of a sudden start to rotate a little bit more and have freshness to them?
That's the ultimate goal. You want to be able to alternate and roll those guys on all three levels. We obviously play a style of football where we're going to play extremely fast, and you're always going to play a lot of snaps. And for us to be playing at the level that we need to play at, our guys need to be able to be fresh as they can be. We were able to do that a little bit more up front, like you said, from the secondary perspective, a little bit because you had to, but we were very much stagnant on the inside linebacker position, and we think moving forward we will not be. Again, I'm excited about those freshman linebackers we got coming in, and I think the future will be extremely bright.
What have you seen out of that trio? I know it's just a handful of practices.
Yeah.
And I know you're not wanting them to go right first. But what have you seen out of P and T-Lander and Jalen?
Just athleticism, twitch. We obviously, we're not tackling right now and things of that nature, but, just in terms of just their overall athleticism, the speed, to be able to diagnose the play, get downhill, all the things that we thought we saw in recruiting, is really come to fruition based on, the small body of work that they've had through these couple of days of practice. But, I think the next piece is obviously the physicality that'll come when we get going. But, no, these guys haven't disappointed at all. I think as they continue to get stronger, learn our system, I think, again, we'll have, three of the most outstanding linebackers, definitely athletic linebackers in the country.
Tim, how involved are you in the process of kids making a decision on whether to go pro, whether to, stay here at Tennessee in the era of the transfer portal? How much are you having those discussions one-on-one with those kids to try to see what your roster might look like next year?
Yeah, we're definitely, we're part of the puzzle, but, ultimately, it's a lot of people that are involved in it, a lot of stakeholders, so to speak. But, you like to think, when you went to battle with these kids, over the last, 2 years for some of them, they value your opinion, and ultimately we want the best for those guys. So, we're definitely a part of the puzzle, but ultimately, it comes down to the kid and, his family and, making the best decision for them.
And Dejon Terry and his development this year, why has he been a more effective player for you?
Yeah, he just works extremely hard. He's a humble kid. All he knows is work. I mean, that's the honest to God truth. And, we talked about after last season what we saw as his liabilities, where we thought he needed to get better and how he can improve. And he's the type of kid who took it to heart. He worked at it extremely hard. And I think you can obviously see it in his play. And it's going to be key for him to, finish the season the way he started it, because we felt like he's really had a tremendous season. He just needs to close the season out. We think he will.
I'm sorry if you were asked this earlier, but what's the balance between getting young players reps, but then also getting guys prepared for the opportunity in this big bowl game?
Yeah, it is a balance. I think Coach Heupel's done a tremendous job that way. We obviously had to get our work in to get prepared for the bowl game. Whether it's on the front end or the back end or a small time during the course of practice, we'll make sure that we had a chance to identify and get the young guys in, so we can get a closer look at them, make sure that we're, starting their development the right way. And it's been good. It's unique, I think those young guys have shown enough that, we're pleased with, who we've signed, and we definitely think the future is bright.
You mentioned the incoming linebackers. You talked about them a little bit. Overall on defense, how do you view the class you just signed in terms of filling needs, but then improving the roster moving forward?
Yeah, I think for what we've seen, and we had, probably 90% of those guys in bowl prep. I think we've gotten a lot more athletic in some spots, particularly for young guys. Obviously they got to get stronger and all those things, but the reality of it is the talent is there. And, it's no secret how we want to build this defense. We want to build it from the front to the back. And, being able to continue to develop edge guys, a couple interior guys, and get more athletic, get faster was a priority for us the last two classes. And we feel like we've addressed that. And then this class in particular, as we mentioned, the linebackers were important because we feel like we've got some corners. We got the guys up front. Now we needed some guys that can quarterback the whole defense. Guys who had the leadership skills that you need to be successful at that position. And obviously, just the overall talent. So we think those three linebackers bring a lot to the table. And, we think those guys are going to be tremendous for us moving forward.
What did you think about your coordinator here on the other side, Alex Golich getting a head coaching job at USF.
Oh, it's awesome. You know, I've known Alex, you know, for over 10 years, and, you know, there's not a harder worker in the country. You know, he's a bright mind. I know UCF has got a great one there, and he's definitely going to get that program headed in the right direction.
Do you, even though you have that friendship and everything, it's very standard for coaches to kind of try to bring guys that they're familiar with? Is there a little bit of nerves, like, man, I hope he doesn't steal any of my guys over here on the staff?
Yeah, you like to think, you know, we always want them to win, but just don't take all of our good coaches. So, no, you know, it's kind of the unwritten rule in the profession. You know, the guys understand, you know, who's untouchable, who isn't. So, but yeah, I wish Alex nothing but the best. I know he'll do a tremendous job, and you know, we're obviously rooting for him.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate you.